Did you know that there is a wide variety of job fairs organized in Lapland, where you can easily get to know different companies and even apply for a job on the spot? Let's find out more in this TE Live broadcast. Welcome. We are joined here today by Community Coordinator Vova Isashanka from Startup Refugees.
Hi.
And Juris Advisor Vera Wikström from TE Services of Lapland. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there was this job fair called Nyt Nappaa, organized in Rovaniemi a few weeks back, where you two were both working. What should foreigners and immigrants know about these events?
Yeah, well, it was a job fair, and there were different actors available there. So there were employers, there were some education providers, then also Startup Refugees, us as a TE office. So it was a kind of great event where you can get a lot of information about jobs or if you want to study something, and then also from us.
Yes, it was organized by Startup Refugees and Osamo, and the first hour been mostly for newcomers, so it was a great opportunity for employers to contact different companies. Yes, and we provided language support there. And it's really good to have your CV ready and have some kind of like mind map what jobs you're looking for, and I would say think about your strengths and weaknesses, like how would you present for the companies.
Well, what if I was a tourist just here in Lapland? Could I just go to one of these events?
I would say so, because usually, well, this event was special, like Vova said, that the first hour was kind of reserved for international people. So we were already prepared to have information in English and everything. But usually these fairs are held in Finnish, but there's a quite good knowledge of English language here in Finland. So usually if you just pop by and you start asking questions, there's always going to be someone who can answer your questions and speak with you in English. So I would recommend it. Just be active, go there, and you might find some interesting information.
Yes, absolutely. And there's free of charge, so everybody can participate. And if you're thinking to land a job like in, let's say, next season, so it's a good opportunity to get some connections. Yes, and of course you need to check like Migri website, do you have rights to work in Finland?
Well, as a reminder for you, our dear viewers, feel free to take part in our conversation via the chat. We have Juris Advisor Nicola ready to answer your questions there, and Vova and Vera will be answering you later on. So please go ahead and send in your questions and comments about this subject. But are you a truck driver or interested in becoming one? UKK-Express offer jobs for drivers with already some level of Finnish skills. Let's hear more from Alisa Isopoussou.
UKK-Express is a logistics company. We do transport different kind of goods in Lapland and in northern Finland. And besides transporting, we also have some terminals in Lapland. We constantly need new drivers, especially truck drivers and drivers for combination vehicles. But at the moment we are also seeking for a cleaner to our premises, meaning our offices, our terminal in Rovaniemi, and also our repair shop. Drivers always need to have a driver's license, of course, and then a proper training, which is regulated by Traficom, the authority in Finland. Besides driving the trucks, you also need to meet customers. So the work is partly customer service work. So you need to be able to speak in Finnish, at least communicate the work-related issues. So some Finnish is needed, but it depends on how well you manage in normal discussions and in professional language. But the cleaning job, we just need who is independent, hopefully has some experience of cleaning, but that's not necessarily needed. So a person who can do work independently, because the work is to be done alone. UKK-Express is a really modern company and a company based in Lapland. So we have really nice people working in our company, and we really have a nice atmosphere, and we appreciate everybody's work a lot. And teamwork, even though you do work quite a lot alone, but you have a supporting team and supporting management.
Well, Alisa talked about knowing enough Finnish to cope in those work-related customer service situations. Vova, what kind of stories have you heard from your customers at the start of refugees about best ways of learning Finnish?
The main advice is like forget that you know English if you do know some, and just like try to cope with your knowledge of Finnish. And the best advice, would I say, is if you can have a job in preschool or in elder home. Those are the places where you need to talk a lot, but at the same time the language skills shouldn't be like too high. So those things are definitely helpful.
Yeah. I think it depends a lot about the job, like if you need to even know any Finnish, but when you have to know some Finnish, I think it's just how Vova said, that you have to put yourself out there and just make sure that you're kind of uncomfortable that you have to use the language, so then you get used to it. I think that goes with any language in the world, but then here in Finland, because we are quite eager to switch to English, like if we see that, okay, you know English, then we're going to switch to that, but just kind of make an effort to have these conversations in Finnish, and then that will benefit everyone.
Yeah. Next, we'll hear about Katto Oy, who offer positions in roofing, and you don't need to know Finnish for this one, but you do need to be able to handle heights. Owner Perttu Carlson talks more about their job opportunities next.
Katto company is from since 2016, and we have 25 workers. We make a lot of different roofs, bitumen roof, tin roof, and only for bigger buildings, not for houses. We try to find good workers, and we have only good workers in this company and based in this city. We try to find timbermans, 2 or 4 pieces, and 2 bitumen roofers and tinsmiths. We talk this time like 4 languages. In my company is Russian enough and Lithuanian language enough, but we really try to find people who can speak English or Finnish. And I really hope that if you come here, you start learning this language. We hope that you have a little bit experience, like 1 year enough. Need not a lot, because you are coming to company and you're studying play with me, with us. And in summertime we are roofers, and when coming this winter we make this snow edges work and drop down snow. And we make buildings. Not all can stay, but like half workers can stay and working around this year. You are really welcome to my company. If it's important for you that feeling is good and company is strong.
So if someone who is watching this broadcast is interested in one of those jobs that's introduced here, what is the best way of contacting Finnish employers?
I would say follow instructions in the ad. That is the main thing, and follow-up calls is working really well, just to show that you're really interested in the job. And if you have LinkedIn profile, it's really good to make some connection with the people in the organization. I think it's really good network here. Yes.
Yeah. And in addition, you can just kind of be active, and for example, if you find an employer that you would be interested for working for, you can just give them a call, send them an email with your CV and maybe a cover letter, and then, for example, if they don't have that position open in that moment, they might get in touch with you later and just remember you, like, hey, you said that you can do this, like now we have a position open, would you be interested in this? So also that is very common here in Finland, that people are just kind of active, and for example in this job fairs, you just go up to the employers and then you'll start asking them questions and tell about your interests and just try to network and make the contact and then kind of follow up and then see if there are any positions open.
So Vova, at Startup Refugees, you offer also free of charge guidance in starting a business. Can you please tell us more about that?
Yes, we have a business department where you can get any advices related to business or how open the business or how a company works in Finland, and you can get it like in many languages. So available Russian, Ukrainian, Finnish, English, Arabic. Like we have some Dari speakers in organization, so there are a lot of like different opportunities to get in your mother tongue. We have like courses there, and for example, like how to sell B2B, which have like pretty good reviews, and we make in different pop-ups and events where you can try your business ideas with real customers and real money. So just contact one of our employees in a business team and we'll help you.
Good. As a reminder, the chat is still opened, so please share your thoughts and comments about working in Lapland, and we'll be going through your questions and comments next. But before that, let's get to know Rovala Opisto, who offer not only open jobs, but also free of charge education in Finnish language and culture, among others.
We offer many kind of courses or studies for immigrants. For example, we have these integration courses for immigrants to integrate Finnish society. People study there is Finnish language, for example, of course, and then we study what kind of work life we have in Finland and things like that. We offer also primary education for adults. That's for adults who haven't got primary diploma, and we study Finnish and mathematics and biology and chemistry and all those subjects which are in primary school. And then we also offer evening courses like arts and sports. Integration courses, they don't cost, and also primary education, that doesn't cost. Only those evening courses, they have some kind of price. We have open jobs for kitchen workers. We don't have any requirements for those Finnish levels. For example, if you have some experience from kitchen work, so you know what you do there. Well, I think you don't need the language because you learn by doing. We also search for teachers for dancing groups and gymnastic groups. You don't have to have really good Finnish to lead those groups, but if you have words to lead the group, I think that's enough. Rovala is multicultural operator, so we have people from many countries, and it's many people say that Rovala is kind of like a second home for people. So I think there is a good place to study or a good place to work. We also support our colleagues, and we have a big heart.
So we have a couple of questions here in the chat. Ayub Dawi has asked us beforehand already, I want to work and emigrate. And Nicola from Eurus has answered that one. Do you want to add something to Nicola's answer? And he has said, if you're interested in working and living in Finland and come outside of Europe, the Finnish Immigration Services is the place to start. And also Work in Finland is a good website. Do you have something else to add?
Yeah, that's the best advice we can give.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll find a lot of information from the Work in Finland website, so it's definitely something to kind of look into. And then it depends where you're coming from, as Nicola already said, that the Migri will help with that one.
Yeah. Nurse asks, I'm a nurse, do you have these jobs in Rovaniemi?
Yes, there are actually quite a lot of those jobs or positions open at the moment. So I would just advise to seek out a bit more information. For example, what is required when it comes to language skills, and then if you need to have some different qualification when it comes to that, like where have you studied and things like that. But there are a lot of those jobs.
Yes, medical staff is really needed in Finland in general.
Yeah.
So it's like a good opportunity to make a career.
Yeah.
Good. The chat is still open for another 10 minutes, so if you think something was missing from this conversation, then please go ahead and take part in it via our chat. Vova and Vera will be answering you in writing. Thank you for these questions. So, Vova and Vera, why do you recommend foreigners to take part in job fairs organized here in Lapland?
Well, I think it's a good opportunity to kind of see what's out there, and also to give some more ideas to the employers that is an actual possibility to hire someone that doesn't come from Finland. And also there are a lot of different things that you can see and hear when you go to these events. For example, next week there's going to be this one called TE-palvelut. And for example, they have some assistants there that can help you get your CV photo taken if you want that. And then I would say it's a good way to kind of network and hear more and kind of see what interests you, and I would recommend it.
Yes, networking is a key in general in Finland, and also I think if you go there you can ask all the questions and you can dig for all the details from different companies. Basically you land yourself a pre-interview, so it's a great chance to get a job, to meet people face to face here.
Yeah, it always gives a bit more information to the employer when you're meeting them face to face rather than just via email or phone call, I would say.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you for both for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, if you are interested in one of these employers introduced today, you can contact them directly. We have added their contact information in the chat. Also, if you are searching for a job in Lapland, or you are interested in starting a business, or you need guidance on how to develop your skills to match the requirements of Finnish work life, then please contact Startup Refugees. Their website is startuprefugees.com, and the link to their page will be in the chat. And also, if you want to see what else Finland has to offer you work-wise, check out the online recruitment event Finland Works, which takes place 15th of March. You'll find the link in the chat. Thank you for being with us today in this TE Live broadcast. We bring you general information about work life and broadcasts about open job opportunities. So please give us feedback via the link in the chat so that we can continue making broadcasts that interest you. You can also follow us on social media, find us on Facebook and Instagram under the name TE Live Lappi. And now I wish you luck in finding your career path, and as we say here in Finland, moi moi! Moi moi!
We Finns are pretty happy people, even though we may not smile all the time. The things that make us happy are often very down to earth. Allow us to show you what we mean. We think running in a pool with a belt and walking with sticks are pretty cool ways to exercise. When it comes to food, there's nothing more down to earth than a boiled potato. We eat a lot of them. Like this. We find luxury in relaxing at a cozy waterside cottage surrounded by forest. Our favorite sweets don't come in so many colors. They're just black, and they're not even that sweet. In fact, they're salty. And for us, sitting in a simple heated room is the perfect way to spend time together. But there's more to happiness than eating boiled potatoes and black candy. Our happiness is the sum of many ordinary things that are actually quite extraordinary. We get a head start on happiness even before we're born. All parents-to-be get a baby box full of important stuff for their new family. Maternity and child health clinics, part of the public healthcare system, keep us on a track for a happy, healthy life. We're happy that it's safe to send our kids off to school on their own. We trust each other, and we can trust our institutions too. We're known for a high-quality education system. We're happy that education is free all the way through university. Happiness can also be found among the bookshelves. Our many public libraries are popular meeting places, offering not only books, but all kinds of cool services. We love playing games, but we're even happier when we get to invent them. It's the extraordinarily ordinary things that make Finland so happy. And when we smile, we make it count.